Albert Einstein, born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, a small city in the Kingdom of Württemberg within the German Empire, emerged from humble beginnings to become one of the most celebrated minds in human history. His parents, Hermann Einstein, a salesman and engineer, and Pauline Koch, a homemaker with a love for music, moved the family to Munich shortly after his birth, where Hermann co-founded an electrical engineering company. Growing up in a middle-class Jewish household, young Albert displayed an early curiosity about the world, though his development was not without quirks. He spoke slowly as a child, a trait that worried his parents. Yet beneath this apparent delay lay a mind already grappling with profound questions. At age 5, he became fascinated by a compass his father showed him, marveling at the invisible forces guiding its needle, an experience he later described as a revelation that sparked his lifelong quest to understand the universe's mysteries. His sister Maya, born 2 years after him, would remain a close companion throughout his life, offering a personal glimpse into the man behind the genius. Einstein's formal education began at a Catholic elementary school in Munich, where, contrary to popular myth, he excelled despite an initial dislike for the rigid structure. His family's move to Italy in 1894, prompted by his father's failing business, marked a turning point. Left behind to finish school at the Luitpold Gymnasium, he soon rebelled against its authoritarian style, eventually leaving to join his family in Pavia. This period of independence saw him renounce his German citizenship at 16 to avoid military service, a decision reflecting his budding pacifist leanings. Stateless for a time, he enrolled in 1896 at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich to train as a teacher in physics and mathematics. There he met Majleva Marit, a Serbian physics student and one of the few women in the program, igniting a romance that would shape his early adulthood. Despite graduating in 1900, he struggled to secure a teaching position, a setback that led him to a job as a technical assistant at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern in 1901, a role that ironically provided the stability and intellectual freedom for his most revolutionary work. The year 1905, often dubbed Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year, saw him publish 4 groundbreaking papers while still a patent clerk. Working in relative obscurity, he tackled fundamental problems in physics with a boldness that stunned the scientific community. His paper on the photoelectric effect proposed that light behaves as discrete packets of energy, later called photons, challenging the prevailing wave theory and laying a cornerstone for quantum mechanics, a discovery that would earn him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Another paper explored Brownian motion, offering mathematical evidence for the existence of atoms by explaining the erratic movement of particles in a fluid, a theory that bridged classical and modern physics. Most famously, his work on special relativity redefined space and time, asserting that the laws of physics remain constant for all observers, regardless of velocity, and that the speed of light is an absolute limit. This led to the iconic equation E=mc², revealing the equivalence of mass and energy, a concept that would later underpin nuclear technology. Finally, his doctoral dissertation, completed that year at the University of Zurich, refined methods to determine molecular sizes, solidifying his academic credentials. Einstein's personal life during this period was as complex as his intellect. He and Vieva married in 1903 after the birth of their daughter Liesl in 1902, whose fate remains a historical enigma. Some speculate she died of scarlet fever, others that she was adopted. The couple later had 2 sons, Hans Albert in 1904 and Eduard in 1910. But their marriage grew strained amid Einstein's rising fame and his affair with his cousin Elsa Lowenthal. By 1909, his scientific reputation secured him a professorship at the University of Zurich, followed by posts in Prague and a return to Zurich. In 1914, he accepted a prestigious position at the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute in Berlin, where he completed his general theory of relativity in 1915. This masterpiece expanded special relativity to include gravity, describing it as the curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy. Its predictions, such as the bending of light around massive objects, were spectacularly confirmed in 1919 during a solar eclipse observed by British astronomer Arthur Eddington, catapulting Einstein to global fame virtually overnight. The 1920s marked Einstein's peak as a public figure, yet his personal and political life grew increasingly turbulent. Divorced from Majleva in 1919, he married Elsa that same year, adopting her daughters Margot and Ilse from a previous marriage. Elsa became his steadfast companion, managing his chaotic life as he lectured across Europe, America, and Asia. His Jewish heritage and outspoken pacifism, however, made him a target in an increasingly volatile Germany. After Hitler's rise in 1933, Einstein fled to the United States, settling at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey, where he remained until his death. There, he became a vocal advocate for civil rights, drawing parallels between his experiences as a Jew and the discrimination faced by Black Americans. He befriended figures like singer Marian Anderson, offering her lodging when Princeton's hotels refused her due to her race, and spoke out against segregation, calling it a disease of the oppressors. Einstein's scientific pursuits in America shifted toward a unified field theory, an ambitious attempt to reconcile gravity and electromagnetism, a goal he never achieved. His earlier work, however, had unintended consequences. In 1939, alarmed by Nazi Germany's potential to develop nuclear weapons, he co-signed a letter to President Franklin Roosevelt urging atomic research, a decision that contributed to the Manhattan Project. Yet, after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, he became a fervent opponent of nuclear arms, co-founding the Emergency Committee of Atomic Scientists to advocate disarmament. This duality, his role in unleashing atomic power and his regret over its use, haunted him. As he later remarked, he would have done nothing had he known Germany would fail to build the bomb. Throughout his life, Einstein's character was a blend of brilliance and eccentricity. He played the violin passionately, finding solace in music amid intellectual isolation, and was known for his disheveled appearance, often sockless with wild hair that became a cultural icon. His wit shone in aphorisms like his quip about relativity being simpler than explaining it to a child. And his humility persisted despite accolades, including the 1921 Nobel Prize, awarded in 1922 due to a delay. He declined Israel's presidency in 1952, citing a lack of aptitude for leadership, yet supported Zionist causes and the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Health declined in his final years. An abdominal aortic aneurysm, detected in 1948, worsened, and on April 18, 1955, at age 76, he died in Princeton after refusing surgery, preferring to depart on his terms. His body was cremated, ashes scattered in an undisclosed location, but pathologist Thomas Harvey controversially preserved his brain, sparking decades of study into its unique structure. Research that hinted at unusual neural density and folding, though no definitive link to his genius emerged. Einstein's legacy transcends science. His theories reshaped our understanding of the cosmos, from black holes to GPS technology, which relies on relativistic corrections. His mass-energy equivalence formula became synonymous with human potential and peril, while his philosophical musings on socialism, freedom, and the limits of knowledge revealed a thinker as concerned with humanity as with physics. A secular Jew, he wrestled with faith, famously rejecting a dice-playing deity in debates with Niels Bohr over quantum mechanics, yet embracing a pantheistic awe for nature's order. His life, marked by exile, love, and relentless curiosity, embodies the paradox of a man who unlocked the universe's secrets while remaining deeply human, fallible, compassionate, and forever inquisitive about the forces, seen and unseen, that shape existence. Today, on February 22, 2025, his name endures as a symbol of intellect and conscience, a beacon for those who seek truth amid complexity.